Oh my god, I did it again. I've never beaten this boss before, and when I did it, it was when I made a video, just like Extra Galactica. Maybe I should just play shmups only when I'm recording them, because it seems to be that's when I do the best job. What's up, folks? It's Parallax Abstraction, and welcome to Indie Showcase. Yeah, I know, it's another shmup. I know I've been doing so many of these lately, but I've just been exposed to so many awesome ones that I wanted to show you guys. And after the last video on Extra Galactica, which is done way better than I thought it would, so thank you all very much for that, another developer reached out to me and went, hey, I got a game launching pretty soon. Do you want to check it out? And I was like, sure. And this caught me as well, and I really wanted to show this to you guys. So this is TechBeat Heart, and it's developed by a small team of 2 people called Lost Machine Games, and it's a game for hardcore score attack junkies. A lot of you who are familiar with shmups might be familiar with the concept of a caravan mode, and that's basically the idea of a mode where your objective is to score as high as you can in a set amount of time. And that's kind of what this one does. The time is flexible, but that's sort of the core idea of it. This game is very limited in what it does, but it's also dirt cheap. And for a first effort by this team, pretty damn impressive, I think. So you probably saw there right at the beginning where it asked me to pick my soundtrack. Yeah, the idea is you like your high energy smut music with synths or with techno. Yeah, they have some tracks in here from 2 different artists. Kind of wish there was a few more tracks in here than there are, but both of these soundtracks are quite good, and we'll switch between them so you can see them. You pick one when you start, but you can change them in the menu. The concept of how to play this is fairly simple. You start with a certain amount of time on the clock, and you have opportunities to extend that timer. You shoot at normal enemies. There are weapons that you can pick up. You can go into what's called the focus mode, which just slows your ship movement a little bit so it's easier to dodge. And you have a special attack. And as you kill certain of the different types of enemies, their bars will fill up there on the left side. They drop multiplier bonuses that can increase that, and weapon capsules do that as well. The combo system is very simple. You get 40 enemies, you get 10 seconds on the clock. You kill 90 enemies in a row, you get 20 seconds on the clock, and you get a 99, which resets it. You get a lot of extra bonus points. If you can keep this up as long as you possibly can, but you will eventually run out of time, and when you do, you have to face the boss. I'm gonna tell you, I ain't beat the boss yet. The boss is a bugger. Oh yeah, he really is. So I'm going to show you the idea here. There's a set number of enemies in this, but they're all very, very different. And I will tell you right now, there's a lot of RNG in this game, and you're going to see it's ruthless, because I just died. Now, I can usually play a fair bit longer than this, but I'm recording a video, so you know what happens when I start to do that. Now, that's the thing. This is not the difference between this and a traditional caravan mode and a shmup is caravan modes are usually set because they're designed for competition purposes. So a caravan mode will usually be hard set. The enemy patterns will be set, the level will be set, the timer will be set, and it's the same mode for everybody. This is not like that at all. This is randomized. The enemy patterns, when they come out, will be randomized. It seeds differently every time. The bonuses that you get will seed differently every time, and sometimes, you know how I talked about in my last video on Extra Galactica how the thing I liked about it is it was kind of reminded me of pinball a little bit, in the sense that you get bad runs sometimes and it just feels like nothing's going well, and then things click in and all of a sudden you feel like $1 million bucks. That's exactly what this one is. You will regularly have runs where you die within 5 seconds, and then you'll have runs that run for several minutes and you're like, oh man, I am a god at video games. You know, and that's kind of the thing. But this is a game that's designed to be played in very short bursts per session over and over and over again to try to maximize your score. And that's really the core tenet of it. You've been seeing me pick up different weapons here as I go. The game doesn't always drop them this frequently, but you've sort of seen I think you've seen all of them at this point. Each weapon has a base attack like this and a focus attack like that, which is kind of like your screen clearing attack. And the special attack recharges over time. You can see its meter on the right there beside the combo meter. Now, Oh, there we go. I managed to barrel roll my way through that. So if you focus at the right time, you can almost do like it's almost like a parry attack, where you can get some iframes and jump through an attack. Obviously, because you can see there, I didn't pull it off that time. The hitbox in this is very sensitive. And as you saw, it's one-hit death in this game. There's no ability to gain extra health or anything like that. It's you hit the hitbox once, you dead, and that's how it goes. This game is unforgiving. Okay, yes, this is the last power up here, the laser. I knew there was one I hadn't showed you yet. So this game is very unforgiving, but it's that way by design, because the sessions in this game are designed to be short, and they're designed to be, again, based around maximizing your score. And some people like this kind of shmup. Some people prefer ones that do have a bit more to them in terms of varied levels, varied enemy types, a story even in some cases. I've never known why anybody wants a story in a shmup, but some people do apparently. This is not any of that. Much like another game I covered recently, which wasn't really a shmup, but another game I covered recently, Descent Vector, this does one thing and does it very well. It had a very specific, singular focused purpose when it was being designed, and I think they landed that. This may be for you, this may not be, and that's okay. But the nice thing is they priced this thing so bloody cheap that it's not hard to try it out, and even if you don't like it, you ain't out very much. So that's one thing I do like about it. Now, unfortunately, this being a score attack game, there is one major caveat here that is a bummer for me that I have to tell you about, and that is that, unfortunately, the leaderboard system in this game is incredibly limited. It does not have online leaderboards or replays, which I talk about that all the time as something that I really wish every shmup had. I get it. This game is really inexpensive, and it's the first game from a new team. You can't ask for the moon, and I'm sure online leaderboards and especially replays are way more complicated to implement than I think. You know, I ain't no game dev over here. I just talk about them on the internet. So, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and say that oh, that's easy, why didn't they do that? But unfortunately, it doesn't have that. And if you're someone who likes to compete with other people and especially see how the big boys do it, which is what I like to do with shmups, you're not going to get that here. Now, that said, I recently, thanks to my Extra Galactica video, joined the really awesome Shmup Junkies Discord community. And the one thing that I have learned is that people who are really hardcore into setting score records and bragging about them, yeah, they don't really tend to care about online leaderboards that much. A lot of the people in that community who do score challenges actually either stream them or they just record them and upload them somewhere, and they just show their entire run as proof. It's like doing, you know, replays the OG way. And I imagine that people who are going to be really into this game and really are going to want to fight for those big competitive positions on communities like that, that is how they're going to do it. So for them, which truth be told feels like who this game was really designed for, leaderboards probably don't really matter that much. So it's quite possible that they might have been understanding who their audience was perhaps a little bit better than I do. So, you know, it's up to you whether or not that's a big deal. For some people, it may not be. And if it's not, hey, cool. And again, this is a game that is really neat and challenging and hits a lot of the right buttons in terms of really frenetic gameplay and giving you that just one more run feeling that I love oh so much, and that frankly I don't get from too many games these days. This nails all of those things. The leaderboards is really the only negative I can put against it, and it's not a severe one. If they were selling this game for 20 bucks, I'd call it a major strike, but they're not. This game is launching, I believe, at $3 US. I mean, $3 frickin' dollars. Okay, so I get to show you guys the boss, which is cool. So this is the TechBeat Heart, and it's really, really tough. It has a lot of attacks, and he's frankly a bastard. I've tried. I got real close to beating him once, still didn't, and I'm not done it this time neither. This is the game's only boss. But one of the things that I do think is really cool about this is they have a really well designed, in my opinion, achievement system. So This is the lot of them here. You can see them from the menu. So you can see there's a lot about, it looks like based on these pictures, there's one for taking out the boss, and then there's one for doing it with each of the different weapons, and then one for doing it in, I'm assuming, 2 minutes, 20 seconds or less, and then other ones even beside that. Because I'm doing this pre-release, I actually can't see the achievements in Steam. The achievement list doesn't go public until the game ships, so I actually can't read the descriptions for any of them right now. But, yeah, again, if your idea is to just play this until you, well, frankly, if your idea is to play this and just beat it once and then never touch it again, you'll probably still get a lot of time out of it, because it's probably, unless you get lucky, it's going to take you a while to beat that boss. But this is not designed to be a one and done affair. You beat the boss, you look at your score, and then you go, okay, how am I going to do better than that next time? And how am I gonna boost it up even higher? Now, there is one other little thing that I'm going to say, again, a minor knock against the game, and something that skilled players can probably work around. But you've heard me talk about how the enemies in this are randomized, and I don't have a problem with that. But the one place that can present a problem is actually in the combo system itself. So combo systems in games tend to work, in games like this, tend to work one of two different ways. You either the combo goes up each time you kill an enemy, or the combo goes up in that fashion, but it holds as you start to hit an enemy. So for example, you maybe saw that I was hitting that large worm enemy there. Well, what a lot of shmups will do that have a combo system is, say I got up to, I don't know, 10 before I started hitting him. Well, as long as I keep hitting him, the combo holds, and it won't, the ticker for it won't continue to tick down, and then it will increase when he's dead. This doesn't do that. The combo ticks down, the combo ticks up only when you kill an enemy, and if you're working on trying to take out a hard enemy while it's ticking down, it will continue to tick down, and if you're stuck trying to take out a difficult enemy, you could lose your combo in the course of doing that. That's not really the best thing for me. I don't really like combo systems like that, because if the game wasn't randomized and you knew exactly how to time everything to make it work, because the combos were because everything was crafted by hand, and you would know through memorization how to keep the combo going for the entire run, that's one thing. But because of the way the enemies randomly come out, I've sometimes had long periods where there haven't been any enemies on the screen, and I look at it and go, I don't know if there's a way I could have structured this so that the combo wouldn't run out. And in a game that's about trying to maximize your score at all times and keep that combo streak ideally unbroken if you can, that's a bit of a bummer. Again, that's something that perhaps really skilled players could figure a way around. That may be a failing on my part, and it was clearly the developer's intent to have it work that way. So I would like to think that they did come up with a way for compensating that I haven't really thought of. If the developers, if the guys from Lost Machine are watching and that is the case, please leave a comment and tell me about that, because I don't want to misrepresent anything. But that's been the only thing that I haven't liked, is I've had several situations where I had a really good combo going and then it ran out because it stopped spawning enemies for a certain amount of time, and I was like, well, what was I supposed to do there? I don't know. And, you know, that's kind of what I'm talking about with that. So you're seeing here pretty quickly how much of a bugger this boss can get. You start to hurt him and his frequency of attacks goes up and the type of attacks he uses goes up, and it's just kind of bedlam a little bit. Now your special move can take out some of his base bullet attacks, so you probably don't just want to spam it whenever it fills up. Oh my god, I did it again. I've never beaten this boss before, and when I did it, it was when I made a video, just like Extra Galactica. Maybe I should just play shmups only when I'm recording them, because it seems to be that's when I do the best job. And there's 2 achievements, and I got a B. You know what? I'll friggin' take it. And here we go. It starts a new run right away. But again, you see my score is reset to 0, because once you beat the boss, your run is over. And that's the way it goes. But you may have seen there when we were looking at the achievement score, or the achievement screen, that you can get your score up way higher. I got the achievement for 200K, but you can go way higher than that. But again, that involves keeping that combo going, which can be tricky sometimes because of the way that it handles that. So that's just something to be aware of. But honestly, overall, I think this game's a blast. Really fantastic in short spurts. You know, if you only got a few minutes to play a game and you just want to do something to to sort of de-stress a little bit or something like that, this is great for that. It's, you know, it loads up instantly. It's super quick. I imagine this would probably run on potato hardware because it's largely a 2D game, but it's tuned enough that you can actually have it run it up to 144 frames a second, which is super sweet. You know, again, other than the online leaderboards and stuff, this is a really polished thing, and for a team's rookie effort, damn good time. Much like a lot of other shmups, this would be something that would be great on consoles. Yes, take a drink, I'm gonna say it. Playing this portably on the Switch would be bloody brilliant. This is a perfect game to have on a portable system because, again, it's great for when you only have a couple of minutes to kill, you know? I mean, you could put this on mobile phones too, dare I say it. I know I'm being blasphemous right there, but you could actually put this on mobile phones as well if you want, because it's only got 3 buttons. So you'd have to do it with on-screen analog controls, which, yeah, isn't brilliant, but I've seen people play way more complicated games than this on a phone, so it could totally be done. So, but yeah, this is a really cool. It's for hardcore score attack junkies only, I'm gonna say, but it's a great time, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. It definitely gives you that just more run feeling, and that's really what you want out of anything that's kind of got arcade roots, in my opinion, which this absolutely does. So. Yeah, if you're into shmups and particularly score attack, I mean, this game is dirt cheap. Do yourself a favor and grab it, because you just gotta give this thing a chance and see what it'll do for you, because I've been very impressed with it. So yeah, that is TechBeat Heart. It is on PC. The day this video goes live is the day the game is launching, actually. So if you're watching this on day one, then it should be out now. It is dirt cheap. It is a bugger, but it's also a hell of a lot of fun, and I highly recommend it. So thank you guys very much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you liked what you saw here, please do all the YouTube things, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified on more videos. And yeah, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think of this. Tell me, I've asked this before, tell me what you think some of your favorite shmups are, especially some of your favorite score attack or caravan shmups. I kind of like these, you know, I like bigger shmups too, but I also like smaller focused experiences like this as well, because they offer a very different kind of gameplay and a different mindset that you play with. So I'd love to know what you guys think about that. Tell me what you think in the comments. And yeah, you can also follow me over at twitch.tv/pxabstraction for multiple variety streams a week. I'm playing a lot of indies and retro over there, and we play a lot of indies there that are better suited to the streaming format. So you'll see even more games over there that you don't get to see on the channel here. And we have a great community of people. Everybody's really friendly. It's a great place to hang out. So I would love to see you over there. But thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I will see you on the next Indie Showcase. You folks have yourselves a good one. Take it easy. I'm going to try to beat that boss again, I think.